Today, we're breaking down 4 major stories that will have an impact both on crypto and the economy as a whole. First, we're talking about the tariff ruling. What does it mean? What does it not mean? And more importantly, the one thing that no one's talking about, which is going to have the actual biggest impact on tariffs. Next, we'll dive into the latest jobs report. On the surface, it looks like just another report, but underneath, there is a catalyst that will determine which way the market moves in the near future. After that, we're shifting gears to DeFi. A new player has entered the game that is taking the market by storm. I'll share with you who that player is and how you can take advantage of it right now. And finally, we'll tackle the biggest question on everybody's mind. Was 126,000 the top for Bitcoin, or are we entering a super cycle that will take us to 200,000 and beyond? All this and more on Around the Block, the crypto news show that keeps you up to date and gives you advantage over all the competition. The biggest crypto news of the week. The tariffs ruling. Guess what? It turned out that they will not rule this week. Many people believed they would make the ruling because they had the opportunity to this week, but the reality is they're likely going to kick the can down the road for as long as they possibly can. Immediately upon the delay, Bitcoin pumped from about $89,500 to over $91,000. People took this as bullish. Nobody wants uncertainty in the market. Nobody wants turmoil. So regardless if it would be actually good or bad for the market to remove tariffs, the idea that this would be unwound would cause a lot of uncertainty, and nobody likes that. So I think that's one reason you're seeing this rally, and hopefully it continues and we move higher. And just to throw another wrench into the mix, Trump says he will use alternative powers if the Supreme Court rules against him. Likely they're going to use some type of loophole, so this cannot be undone, not in a traditional sense anyway. So if the market believes that rhetoric, it will continue to price in the idea that tariffs will not be changed or overthrown. And if that wasn't enough, we have more economic news that dropped. The unemployment rate fell to 4.4% from the expected 4.5%, which is a positive thing. We also saw November's unemployment rate revised from 4.6 to 4.5%. And as this post describes, we are likely set to pause interest rates for the decision in January. Now, more data that came through was the non-farm payrolls. We had it expected at 66,000, the actual was 50,000. Now, Trump and the administration are not just going to sit on their hands while this data can manipulate the stock market and crypto up or down. They're going to continue to do things they think will influence the market in a positive direction. One of which being Trump orders $200 billion in mortgage bond buys to lower mortgage rates. Now, there's 2 schools of thought on this. One is this is going to make homes more affordable for the everyday American because driving down rates should lower the monthly payment. But on the flip side, there's been a lot of buyers sidelined. And if rates drop and they can actually afford the home of their dreams, they are all going to flock at the same time and come out in droves to try to purchase a house, leading to bidding wars and higher prices. So as usual, in any type of economic news, it's a double-edged sword. Which way will it actually go? I'm of the belief that if the rates come down a little bit, we are going to see buyers come out of the woodwork as they think it's one of their last chances to be able to afford a home. Only time will tell, but let's see what happens. One of the biggest things that makes crypto attractive is the yield you can generate by leveraging some of these DeFi protocols. If you're not familiar with DeFi, it stands for decentralized finance, and it allows people to earn income like a bank does. While there are many players in this game, one of the newest that is making waves is a company called Hydrex. Now, full disclosure, I do have a position in Hydrex, and I've been building my position because of what I see happening. If you're familiar with DeFi, you'll know that Aerodrome is famous for doing a 200x. Now, in case you're not familiar with DeFi and DEXs, they stand for decentralized exchanges. It's where you can swap one crypto for another. And one of the biggest players on the base chain has been Aerodrome. This company has absolutely exploded in value over the course of the past couple years. Let's take a look at Arrow when it first came out. It started riding high and immediately plummeted significantly in value. But once people realized what this project was capable of, how it was sharing revenue with its users in a way that no other project had ever done, this thing went literally vertical from about 8 cents a coin to over $2.30 per coin. An absolutely massive rally. Now, Hydrex is only 3 months old, but it has that same familiar feeling where it started high and quickly died off. I'm hoping we get a rally that mirrors the Aerodrome rally. Arrow's market cap right now is over $500 million, and right now, Hydrex is sitting at $4.4 million. And although Hydrex is so young, It was the fastest growing DEX in 2025. You can see in just a few short months, they've done almost $600 million in trading volume. They have over $19 million locked in their protocol, and they have shared in the fee revenue at over $3 million that has been paid out to people like me that have deployed their capital on Hydrex. To show you a live example of the results, I've deposited around $4,000 into their protocol account. Right now, it's already worth $4,362 because the value of those assets has gone up. At the same time, I've been generating yield on those assets. I've generated about $206 in about 5 days, so about $40 a day. And don't forget, that's 30 days a month. So at those levels, I'm making about $1,200 a month on my $4,000, on top of owning assets that will hopefully continue to appreciate in value. That's the power of DeFi. So if that's interesting to you and you want to take your crypto destiny into your own hands, get alpha before everybody else, get news, get updates, and exclusive training that can teach you exactly how to generate the yield that I just did, then I recommend signing up for our Blockchain Boardroom Alpha Hub. And for a limited time, you can join for only $19 a month. It's going to be $200 once we reach the first 200 members, so make sure you sign up quickly if you want access now. Getting instant access is super easy. Just go to the description of this video. There will be a link. Click on that, and you'll be able to sign up and get instant access to the hub. Now back to the news. Let's talk about the Supercycle. This is something that has been predicted literally every cycle, but this time feels a little bit different because we did not get that blow off top that we typically get. Now we've got a chart here with some analysis showing how Bitcoin will dip to 87, back to 120, and then up to 160, followed by a crash to 50. I personally don't think it's going to play out exactly like this, but it's interesting to see people are still believing there will be an all-time high in 2026. And we have some notable big names talking about the Supercycle. We've got Raoul Pal here talking about how the business cycle is actually what influences the typical 4-year cycle, and that the 4-year cycle is not really what has caused the price dips and rallies. It's the business cycle, and we are poised to go to all-time highs because the business cycle is reaching that stage right now. We've got another big name in crypto, CZ, who's the founder of Binance, one of the largest exchanges in the world, saying he believes this could also be the Supercycle. And then we've got the never-ending bull, Tom Lee, talking about his Ethereum predictions, showing Ethereum will reach 9,000 by early 2026. At the time of this recording, it's sitting around 3,100, so that would be a huge rally. Bitcoin at 200,000, and he says ETH will hit 20,000 long term. While I agree all these numbers are possible, I don't necessarily think they're going to happen in early 26, although I hope I'm wrong. Nobody knows if we're going to hit the Supercycle for sure, but what we do know is that the future is volatile, and the coming months are going to be very telling on what happens next in the crypto sphere. There are so many catalysts on the horizon, with the biggest one being the crypto structure bill. I recommend you like and subscribe to this channel so you can position yourself for when breaking news happens, you're ahead of the curve and you can take advantage. As always, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next